intermodal down the road here. I was on the county planning commission at the time, and I'd like to know if you are aware that the State Department of Transportation deemed US 21 to be unsafe due to sight distance concerns at Gantry Road over here, at Rutledge Road, and due to improper drainage on the road. And that project would bring as many as 400 trucks down the road that the Department of Transportation considered unsafe. If you're willing to go that far for tax base and economic development, I can't help but assume that you would be in favor of the return of a business like Thermal Chem, because it also brought jobs and an increase in tax base. Are you willing to support a business regardless of its consequences?
Question is corrected, Patrick White.
Yeah, and obviously that was a question with a lot of misleading information, so I've got the facts associated with the answer, but I'd be glad to answer that question. You said that I think your first statement was I was on record for opening, how'd you state that?
For being in favor, should the CSX application return to the county?
Okay, because that's untrue. What I was asked at a debate about 2 weeks ago was I was asked my thoughts on CSX, and I gave them based on the facts that I had. And I was pushed at the end of it, and I was asked, would I have voted for it? And I made the statement, yes, based on the facts that I know. So I want to go through those facts as I know them. Most of these are on public record, so if there's any questions afterwards, if anybody wants to get a copy of this, I'll be glad to share it with you. First of all, this has become the wedge issue, for my opponent in this campaign to say that I'm for CSX. And I want to clear it up. I'm not for CSX. Certainly not for Thermal Chem. Thermal Chem was a bad company, and it's a good thing that it was run out of our county. Part of bringing in new business is making sure that our economic development team and who comes in understands what businesses are coming in. I mean, York County is a good place, folks. We don't need to bring in trashy businesses. We don't need to bring in somebody just because they're going to have jobs. I mean, you can go to Nevada and you can find places that bring in filth and everything else into our community, and that's certainly not what I would advocate for. The one thing that I would also do is with any business that's going to come in and it's going to be sited in York County, it's not just about the economic development, it's about the people that are going to have to deal with that business, the neighbors around it, what's going to have to be done. But let me go through the facts on CSX. CSX, for those of you that don't know, wanted to rezone 360 acres in Catawba, and this decision was back in 2003, or almost 10 years ago. Mr. Chappell voted against the rezone request in late 2003 based on the fact that the facility would put, as you said, almost 370 trucks on Highway 21 in a 12-hour shift, which is about 2 trucks or 1 truck every 2 minutes. And the reason Mr. Chappell voted against that, he's on record, I've read 2 different things. One, it was a safety related, and one, it was a pollution related. And to your question, no, I was not aware of the Department of Transportation. I did not come